Now, folks, before we get into events going on in this country, I don't think enough attention's been paid, and I'm going to start out the program this way, to those wonderful Americans and Afghans who died in that helicopter and in a firefight. The facts of this are not clear to me. They're still not. I've been spending all day trying to get specific information. Was there a firefight before? Was there a firefight after? It's not at all clear to me. But it is clear to me that some wonderful young men lost their lives. And I'm getting increasingly troubled by this because, well, I'll be honest with you. I'll tell you what I told one of my friends. I don't know why the hell we don't bring those big, heavy bombers out, and I mean heavy bombers, and take the mountaintops off of that place. Why we're sending somebody's son and daughter in there, into these towns, into these mountains, into these caves, into these valleys. The Soviets tried that. It didn't work. Now we're in a holding pattern because this president, who's incompetent in all things, we have 1 foot in and 1 foot out. And it bothers me a lot because that's somebody's son and daughter over there, husband and wife, father and mother. And I'm tired of us getting into wars that we have no intention of kicking ass, crushing the damn enemy, and then getting the hell out. Because we don't want to hurt somebody or hurt the other side. So some American family's kid their blood is spilled in some hellhole. Well, let the others spill their blood. We didn't ask for 9/11. It came out of Afghanistan. Now crush those bastards and get the hell out. That's how we chased off the Taliban in the first place. Remember the big bombers? Remember those? What was that bomb called, Rich? The Daisy Cutter? The Daisy, whatever it was. I'm sure we have a few more of those left. I mean, for crying out loud. And it's not just Obama. Bush did the same thing. Now bomb the crap out of them and come home. That's my view. Sorry. You can't rebuild societies unless you've defeated them. If you can rebuild them at all. The Marshall Plan didn't start until we won World War II. But I want to offer an aside here. I want us to honor, in our small way, these men who died over the weekend, and all the men and women who put their lives on the line, some of whom have died, some of whom have met horrific, or have received horrific injuries, and others who've done neither, who are still fighting. So I want to play our military songs. The Marines. patriotism around here. Let this idiot of a president drag us all down to our knees. This is a great country. Federal government sucks, but it's a great country. With a great people. And we deserve better than this president. And we deserve better than these so-called leaders. Why are they leaders? What makes them a leader? None of them are leaders. Let's be clear about what's occurring in this great nation of ours. The federal government is consuming not only the economy, which is your private property, all of our private property, but it's consuming your liberty. Because private property rights, your income, your house, whatever, and liberty are inextricably connected. And when the federal government consumes your private property and your liberty, it is destroying the Constitution. And the Constitution is the bulwark intended to limit these bastards. That's the whole point. They get up there in their $1,500 suits, their nicely knotted ties, their perfect makeup and cropped hair, reading off their damn teleprompters, telling us what's wrong with us. No. What's going on is more than a downgrade of the government's credit rating. It's even more than a downgrade of the economy. The federal government is literally attempting to replace the civil society. Now, what do I mean by the civil society? I mean all the institutions and activities that take place among and between free people. Whether it's businesses, whether it's church, whatever it is. Voluntary interactions, motivated by individual desires, wants, and needs. Look around you. What's not taxed? What's not regulated? What's not being banned? The list is growing longer and longer and longer. Like you don't get to decide what food you eat, what you can drink, what you can wear. Somehow you need some jerk who managed to get a government job to tell you how to live your life, and not only you, but your kid. Where's that in the Constitution? The path we are on is the path toward tyranny. It's that simple. Look around you. The federal government is getting bigger and bigger and more powerful because the limits placed on it by the Constitution have been breached. They've been breached by Congress. They've been breached by the President. They've been breached by the courts. And they've set up this massive administrative state that operates on its own. This rogue, massive